Shekinah Garner and Sarper Guven, the unforgettable couple from 90 Day Fiancé, the other way, have officially tied the knot, but in true Shekinah and Sarper style, they didn't do it the traditional way. On November 11, 2024, the couple said "I do" in a luxurious hotel bed at the penthouse of the Mondrian in West Hollywood. That's right, they called it a bedding, not a wedding. "We were terrified of the idea of marriage," Shekinah told People, "so we thought, why not take the pressure off and get married in our favorite place bed?" And this wasn't just a quirky stunt. For Shekinah and Sarper, bed is their sanctuary. They eat every meal there, yes. Really no dining table in sight. Work, binge watch shows, nap, and share their most intimate conversations all from under the covers. So, making it the place they pledged forever made perfect sense to them. Even though the ceremony took place between the sheets, Shekinah made sure it still screamed elegance. She wore a flirty white lace mini dress with a nude corset by heiress Beverly Hills Bridal Meets Lingerie, she said. "It wasn't pricey, but it was unique and made me feel gorgeous." Meanwhile, Sarper kept it daring in a black sleeveless vest, bow tie, and tuxedo cufflinks, ditching the shirt entirely to show off his tattooed chest. The vibe was anything but sloppy. Shekinah's cousin Courtney stepped in as wedding planner, giving the room a glamorous makeover complete with sparkling chandeliers and a romantic LA cityscape view. No slippers, no bedhead, just class, candles, and love. Florals played a heartfelt role. The couple honored their late grandmothers through hand-picked blooms, roses for Sarper's Grandma Sevim, lavender for Muso, and orchids for Shekinah's beloved Laverne. Shekinah even wore her grandmother's ring to feel her presence on the big day. Adding another emotional touch, a handwritten letter from Sarper's father, formally asking Shekinah to love and care for his son forever. "It was beautiful," she said. The couple was adamant about locking in November 11th as their wedding date, not only for visa reasons, but because it's Shekinah's angel number. Bonus: 2024 adds up to 8, the symbol of eternity. While Shekinah prepared her vows ahead of time, Sarper chose to speak straight from the heart, resulting in raw, emotional promises that left everyone touched. As for the officiant, they didn't tell him the wedding would be in bed until the last second, but he handled it like a pro and made the moment official. The sweet finish: a luxe praline-flavored vanilla chiffon cake from Cake Studio LA, featuring their gold SG initials on one side and the magic number 1111 on the other. "Marriage means forever to us," they said. "We're in this together, the highs, the lows, the lazy Sundays in bed, and the big dreams ahead." Up next, house hunting. Career goals: Sarper's eyeing comedy while Shekinah dives into beauty, and a house full of furry friends, dogs, cats, and even goats. And of course, they're planning to upgrade to an even bigger bed. "We want the comfiest bed ever to make more memories and spend forever together," Shekinah said. Gino Palazzolo appears to prove that his 90-day fiancé, happily ever after, partner Jasmine Pineda, was cheating on him even before they agreed to open marriage. Gino met Jasmine from Panama on a sugar baby website. He flew to meet her in person on B90 Season 5, and 2 years later, Jasmine was in America. Once she married Gino, Jasmine claimed that Gino was a cheater, controlled her finances, and refused to be intimate with her after marriage. The couple is now gearing up for a comeback in 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9. Jasmine introduced her friend Matt Brownies in the last resort, and Gino agreed to make him the third in their marriage. However, Gino now claims Jasmine had been involved with Matt all along. Shabuti shared a screenshot of a Reddit post where a 90 Day Fiancé viewer Ocelot42069 shared their experience with Jasmine. The now deleted post was shared by Gino on his Instagram stories, suggesting he believed the fans' claims. The person had secretly taken a picture of Jasmine at a Planet Fitness in Michigan they both used to visit. At the end of 2023, "I started seeing her there with another man I thought was her trainer," they wrote, before adding that Jasmine and the man were always making out. The fan added, "This guy turned out to be Matt." Matt may have appeared on the last resort for the first time, but fans had known about him since May 2024, when rumors of his romance with Jasmine became a hot topic online. According to 90 Day Fiancé Update, Jasmine had known Matt since November 2023. In an effort to save their marriage, Gino and Jasmine decided to open up. Gino was even shown speaking to Matt for the first time during a video call. They claim to have split shortly after returning home from filming The Last Resort, and soon after, Jasmine became pregnant. However, Gino will be seen questioning Jasmine about allegedly cheating on him before The Last Resort in the upcoming 90-Day Fiancé. Happily Ever After? Season 9. A fan photo appears to support Gino's suspicions, suggesting Jasmine may have been unfaithful even before they agreed to an open relationship. It also raises doubts about her claim that Matt was just a friend at the time. The evidence hints that Jasmine may have been secretly seeing Matt behind Gino's back. It remains to be seen how Gino will handle the situation in the upcoming spin-off. Jasmine and Gino have not been together for over a year. It was seemingly in June 2024 that Jasmine became pregnant with Matt's baby. She also moved out of Michigan and currently lives in Florida with her new family. Jasmine has since compared Matt to Gino several times on social media to show 90-Day Fiancé. Happily Ever After? Fans said he's a better partner to her. Meanwhile, in the trailer for the show, Jasmine insists she isn't a cheater and claims it was Gino's girlfriend, Natalie, who planted the seed of doubt in the Michigan man's mind. David Toborowski from 90-Day Fiancé recently posted a heartfelt tribute to his late family member who passed away in 2020. He faced many challenges throughout his life, but he never gave up hope and continued to seek happiness. In November 2017, David married his wife, Annie Sewin. They built their dream home in Arizona, and he also obtained a license to work as a real estate agent. In 2024, David and Annie moved to Thailand, where they welcomed their first child, Minthira. Recently, David has hinted that he may not return to the United States anytime soon. David, who recently became a father to Minthira with Annie in March 2025, commemorated Father's Day by paying tribute to his beloved family member. David shared pictures with his late father, Murray Toborowski, who passed away in December 2020. He wrote, "Happily Heavenly Father's Day, Dad. There isn't a day that goes by that I don't miss you or try to call you." David revealed that he named his daughter Minthira in loving memory of his father. He expressed missing his father's humor and smile. He concluded his message by asking his father to continue watching over him and his family. David wrote, "I still do the Erzite for you as I promised. Rest in peace." David's emotional message about his father indicates that he was his role model. He hoped to make his father proud by showcasing his accomplishments, such as his successful marriage to Annie or the birth of his daughter, Minthira. David appears to be following in his father's footsteps, living a life filled with joy and humor. He smiles as often as he can and cherishes making memories. David recognizes his father as an exceptional man and seems to aspire to emulate him by assuming his responsibilities and being a wonderful husband to Annie. David's tribute to his dad also shows that he is a true family man. He truly cares for his loved ones. Over the months, David not only ensured Annie was happy in her hometown, but also helped her relatives. He has also been very supportive of everyone in his family. Though David is currently not in the United States, he continues to make an effort to stay connected to his adult children. Previously, he posted about his son's upcoming wedding and showered his soon-to-be daughter-in-law with praise. It's wonderful to see David embracing his role as a devoted father and husband. His kindness has made him a beloved figure on social media, with many eagerly anticipating his return to TV. However, it appears that David and Annie's storyline on 90-Day Fiancé has come to an end. They seem to have established roots in Thailand, making it challenging for him to remain part of the franchise. Additionally, David has mentioned that Annie aspires to live a peaceful life as a farmer, prompting them to stay away from the 90-Day Fiancé franchise to pursue their new goals. 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Star Julia Trubkina is no longer in the U.S. following the untimely death of her family member. Julia is from Russia, but was working in South Korea when she was introduced to Brandon Gibbs. Julia came to America on 90DF Season 8 to marry Brandon and has since lived in Virginia. Julia often expressed displeasure with her living situation, commenting things like, "I go Russia" during arguments with Brandon. Immediately after her being announced as a 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9 cast member, Julia, seems to have finally returned home. Brandon didn't agree with Julia's parents coming to America on The Last Resort, but this time, she went to them instead. Meet my family. Julia surprised her Instagram followers with a post featuring her and her family members from Belgrade, Serbia. Julia wrote, "I think only I can bring people together who haven't communicated with each other for years," as a caption for the photos showing her posing with her parents and sibling. Julia appeared happy in the pictures after spending the last few weeks grieving the death of her dog Simba. However, Julia's followers couldn't help but notice that Brandon was not a part of these family photos. When Hi_us Incestaging asked, "Where is Brandon?" Julia didn't respond. Julia moved to America in 2020 and married Brandon that April. It was revealed that her parents were divorced and couldn't get along. They constantly argued and couldn't even be in the same room together. Despite this, Julia still hoped they could visit her in the U.S. She longed to see them, but faced resistance from Brandon, who strongly opposed the idea. He made a big deal out of their potential visit, causing tension between them. Undeterred, Julia went behind Brandon's back and applied for her parents' visas without telling him, determined to reunite with them. It seems Julia's parents planned to visit the U.S. on a tourist visa, but Brandon opposed the idea. Fans speculated his reluctance stemmed from not wanting them to stay long-term or move in, potentially adding stress to his already strained marriage. Brandon may have suspected the visit was a trial run for permanent relocation, especially if Julia hoped her parents would help raise a future child. He also likely feared being financially responsible for them, further complicating his life. Their presence could have intensified existing tensions in the relationship. Julia gave up on the idea of becoming a mother after a doctor told her she'd never have a baby due to health complications. Though Brandon urged her to seek a second opinion, Julia didn't seem interested and instead embraced being a pet parent. The sudden loss of her dog Simba to a stroke deeply affected her mental health. She may have flown to see her family to cope with the grief of losing her son. However, it's unclear why Brandon didn't join her or whether this new strain will feature in their 90-day Fiancé, Happily Ever After storyline. A point of contention for 90-day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Couple Jovi Dufren and Yara Zaya has been with Jovi's demanding job out of the country. So is he still working that job? Jovi and Yara were recently named as one of the 8 couples who will be appearing in 90-day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9. Jovi and Yara debuted in 90-day Fiancé Season 8, where Ukraine native Yara moved to Jovi's native New Orleans. They quickly became pregnant, and Yara had a COVID-19-era pregnancy and gave birth to their daughter, Mila, in September 2020. The pair subsequently went on to appear in 90-day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Seasons 6 and 7, before taking a back seat in Season 8. In the meantime, the couple appeared in several episodes of 90-Day Diaries before their marital struggles were put on display in the therapy-based spin-off 90-Day, The Last Resort Season 1. Jovi and Yara recommitted to each other at the end of the retreat, and it's unclear as of yet what their storyline will focus on in HGA Season 7. In any case, Jovi's job is an integral part of their relationship. When Jovi entered the 90-Day Fiancé franchise, he described that he worked in underwater robotics in the oil and gas industry. He stated his job schedule had him working on for a few months, and then off for a few months, always out of the country. Jovi met Yara in Ukraine through a travel dating app when he was off from work. Once the pair became cast members and shared their story, they became widely discussed. Yara has been controversial for her attitude, entitlement, and off-screen drama with her business practices, while Jovi's on-screen antics have received criticism. Jovi is a 90-Day Fiancé personality now, as his love of strippers, bad decision-making, and alcohol consumption earned him haters. Among his haters sometimes is Yara. With Jovi's reality TV, celebrity status comes an influencer lifestyle. Jovi has 447,000 followers on Instagram, where he enjoys being a content creator and brand promoter. While Jovi does enjoy an influencer lifestyle due to 90-Day Fiancé, he apparently still holds down his job overseas. According to Jovi's LinkedIn, he currently works as an ROV supervisor in the oil and gas industry. He's held that position for more than 12 years. Before that, he was an ROV pilot for more than 4 years in the same field. If Jovi's professional bio is any indication, he still works away from Yara. In The Last Resort, Jovi finally confessed to Yara that he had turned down a job working closer to home, and Yara was upset. Yara felt Jovi was away too much, leaving her to be a single parent in his absence. Also, Jovi wants more kids, but Yara is hesitant because of Jovi's work schedule and allocations. Yara went so far as to not tell Jovi she was taking birth control so she wouldn't get pregnant. Jovi's job has created mistrust between him and Yara, but Jovi obviously has kept his job despite its drawbacks. Jovi does make good money at his position in the oil and gas industry, however. And Yara likes to live lavishly, so his continuing to keep his job might not be as bad as 30-year-old Yara lets on. In any case, more will be revealed in 90 Day Fiancé. Happily Ever After? Season 9, as Jovi and Yara clearly have continued problems since they were awarded more airtime. Jasmine Pineda is done playing the role of a bad guy on TV. She appears ready to expose her estranged husband for his abusive nature. The 90 Day Fiancé stars vowed to sue him in court and hold him accountable for his actions. Jasmine and Gino's storyline was full of twists and turns. They became the most chaotic and tumultuous couple of the franchise. Jasmine always appeared as a gold digger because of her constant demands for an extravagant lifestyle. She lived off her husband's money throughout her time on the show and cheated on him with her gym partner, Matt Brownies. The reality TV celeb even became pregnant with Matt's baby after convincing her husband to have an open marriage. However, Jasmine wants to share the truth with her fans and change their narrative. Was Gino really an abuser? Did he take all her money? Gino Palazzolo sponsored Jasmine's K-1 visa to marry her in the U.S. He was financially liable for her expenses. However, things changed drastically after Matt Brownies came into the picture. Gino agreed to let him enter his marriage with Jasmine to save his relationship. Things took an unexpected turn when his wife became pregnant with her baby daddy's child. Gino and Jasmine would also feature the aftermath of their plural marriage in the upcoming season of Happily Ever After. In the teasers, the latter moved in with Matt after her husband kicked her out of his home. Meanwhile, Gino would explore his side of the open marriage setup and date a new woman, Natalie. Fans have yet to find out whether all this happened before or after Pineda's pregnancy. Things are heating up as Jasmine Pineda makes some fresh accusations against her estranged husband, Gino Palazzolo. She isn't ready to let him get away so easily without giving her her share of the money. She also opened up about his abusive nature in a fiery Instagram story. The TLC star stated, "I filmed for almost 2 years, so Gino could get paid double and keep my part of the money for himself." Pineda couldn't believe she had to play the role of a bad guy again for people to feel sorry for him and root for him to appear on the Single Life series. She claimed that she had to ignore her estranged husband's abusive nature to let him continue his journey on TV. The Panamanian native also gave a spoiler to her fans, saying that Gino is not really dating the new star, Natalie. Jasmine noted, "It's just an agreement for TV." She doesn't have any desire to continue playing the role of a bad guy to protect her ex's reputation for the sake of his future on TV. The TLC star noted that her estranged husband is an abuser and she would prove everything in court, not on social media. Jasmine's fiery post made it clear that she is not afraid of her NDA. She appears ready to drag Gino to court for everything he has done to her. The reality TV star also confirmed that TLC fabricated the latter's storyline with his new girl in HGA Season 9.